I hope everybody's doing well, feeling fantastic and excellent spirits on these final couple of days of 2025 as we get ready to usher out the old and in with the new. But we still have today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And Wednesday is going to be a big one, which I will get into momentarily as I'm still setting up here, still trying to get everything together to get my podcast on the up and up. The final one of 2025, as it'll be out around 12:30, 12:45 today, where I'm going to discuss about a lot of different things. Well, that's not good. Of course, the NFL will be front and center. Here we go. Wait, 3, 2, 1. All right, a little bit better. I know I got the over here. Hi, Case. I know, she just finished eating. I dropped the wife off at the train. And she didn't eat. She was freaking out, of course, and separation anxiety that she has. But yeah, a lot cooking. It's a big week for the channel. And there's lots to get into here over the course of the next, I don't know, half hour maybe. We'll see when people start trickling in, get a feel, get an idea, as I will share with everybody what the agenda is for today, for Wednesday, and Sunday night. Oh, God, Sunday night. You know where I'm going to go with that in a little while. But today's podcast, I will talk about the NFL, and you have 3 scenarios. I understand you have seeding, which could certainly affect which team plays where, who has the 1 seed, the biggest one being the game Saturday night where Seattle will go to San Francisco. And that was some game last night between the Bears and 49ers. And the Bears, let me tell you something, I think they're going to be tough. Now, even with their loss and with Philly winning in Buffalo, the Eagles, remember, they're still the 3 seed because the Bears beat them on that Black Friday game. Good morning, J-Rod. Good morning to you. And for the Bears, as long as they win on Sunday against the Lions, and if the Eagles end up, let's say they win, you know, Justin Herbert actually sued your dad. Or Normal Person 999 is back. Now, why did Justin Herbert sue your dad? I'm curious. Yeah, so the only way that the Eagles will get the 2 seed is if they beat the Commanders and the join blanks, and the Bears lose at home to the Lions. But other than seeding, you're going to have a scenario where the 1 seed in the NFC will be clinched there Saturday night in San Francisco. And remember this, if the Niners win, of course, they'll win the NFC West, they'll clinch a 1 seed, and they'll be home the entire run of the postseason. That's right. That means divisional round, conference championship, and the Super Bowl. And 2 other teams have done that in the history of the Super Bowl era. And it happened not long ago, and it happened in back-to-back years. When Tampa won, when they beat Kansas City, what was that, in the 2020 season? And then in 2021, the Rams did it. And the Rams, think about this, the Rams went, the first game was at home against Arizona. Then the next week, they're on the road at Tampa when they beat the defending champs. And then they actually came home and beat the Niners because the Niners were the lower seed. Remember, they won in Green Bay. And then they won the Super Bowl in their building. So, Blockavelli, what's happening? Assassin, hello to you. Who do you think is going to do the best in the upcoming draft? You talking about NFL draft? Blockavelli? If it's NFL draft, I mean, it's early to tell. People are going to say the Raiders because they have the number 1 pick, and they're probably going to draft Fernando Mendoza. But we got to see where all the teams land first, and then see where we go from there. I mean, it's to me, it's way too early to tell. Because my dad punched him a million times and did a backflip. All right. Don't care about the NFL anymore this season. I'm looking forward to Wednesday for football after that. I don't care. Yes, Wednesday being the continuation of the college football playoff. Technobly, what is happening? You think the Jets, Blackavelli? Well, now it's interesting because where did the Jets, because you have the Jets and Giants with 3 wins, Tennessee with 3 wins. Raiders are going to get the number 1 pick. Who else? Arizona. You got a bunch of teams that have 3 wins, so I don't know how that works with tiebreaker. So if I pull up these standings real quick. Now, here's the thing with the Jets, Blackavelli. If you're, let's say, 5, and I don't know what a tiebreaker is. Let me see. Up to the minute. Let's do this. NFL draft order. I'm glad you bring this up, Blackavelli. Good job on your part. All right, here we go. Ooh. All right. So here's what we got right now. If the season ended today, no, not that Wednesday. What I'm looking forward to is try again. That Wednesday. You're talking about the Wednesday live stream. Maybe. I don't want to jump the gun if that's the case. Looking forward to Wednesday for football after that. Robin Hart, how are you? All right, so here's what we got. Draft order. This is for you, Blackavelli. Thank you for chiming in on this. We got Vegas is 1, Giants 2, Jets 3, Tennessee 4, Arizona 5. That is your top 5. And here's the other thing, too, when you think about it. With the Giants winning, they did the Jets no favors. Because let's say, for instance, they wanted Fernando Mendoza. And if the Giants would have lost that game, they would have had the number 1 pick. So, therefore, the Giants could have traded, they could have traded down and swapped with the Jets to get that number 1 pick. But, Vegas ain't trading out that pick. No, Blackavelli, that is actually in 2 years. Or in 2027. Yeah, 2 years technically. This coming draft, they have their pick and the Colts pick because of the Sauce Gardner trade. The Cowboys, when they traded for Quinnen Williams, they gave a 2nd round this year and a 1st round next year. And with the Sauce Gardner trade, you got 2 first-round picks, one 2026, one 2027. So in 2027, you'll have your pick, the Colt pick, and the Cowboy pick. And this year, you'll have your pick and the Colt pick. And the Colts right now, since they're done, right now they're 18th because they're 8-8. So, and you're at the bottom of that because the Colts are tied at 8-8 with the Lions, Ravens, and Vikings. And Vikings have played well here. So, you would have to root for them to win and then Indianapolis to lose. So they play the Texans in order for you to get, let's say, 15. And we know a lot could happen. Baltimore could win. Yeah, Blackavelli. So, that's it. Baltimore could win in Pittsburgh, which I'm going to talk about on the podcast today, and I'll talk about it here shortly. Minnesota, they will be at Green Bay. No, that's a lie. They're hosting Green Bay. And they played well, so they could end up winning. And Green Bay has nothing to play for. They're locked in as a 7 seed. And then the Ravens are playing for everything, which they could lose, but they also could win too. So, yeah. And then it's interesting because if Baltimore wins, Pittsburgh could probably be 18 when it's all said and done. And Carolina could also be on the outside looking in. Well, Tampa right now is 7-9. Yeah, it's crazy. So that is your draft order. And Vegas, and they're going to play Kansas City, which I know Kansas City's bad too, but I think they'll be fine when it's all said and done. But so I'm going to talk podcast today. The Saturday games, you have Carolina at Tampa. Whomever wins that wins the NFC South. Saturday night, Seattle at San Francisco. Whomever wins that gets the 1 seed and home field throughout the NFC. And I'm rooting for Seattle big time. I do not want the Niners to get home field. I don't. And then that means they may have the Super Bowl in their building? No. Not in the least. I want Baltimore to win, but they always drop the ball. No pun intended to Mark Andrews. Hey, listen, Blockavelli, I'm a Steeler fan. Tried and true. Represent, represent, represent. So, yeah, and after that deplorable performance by the Steelers yesterday, of course, I'm still, I have a terrible taste in my mouth after watching that. But no, I hear you. And why not root for them to win? Only because if they do, that gives you a better shot for the Colts to move up in the draft order. So, yeah, then I'm going to talk about the Steelers Sunday night, which if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe because this is a no-brainer. Sunday night, whoever wants to watch the Ravens-Steeler game with me, I'm going to put up a link. I'll start at New Year's Day. And, yeah, I have a link where you can watch. It'll be a live stream. I'm going to be a man possessed. You're going to see me, and who knows what's going to come out of my mouth. I'm going to probably have a disclaimer if there's going to be kids watching that, it could get ugly. It's going to be on. And if there's one team that I truly, and this is sports hate, besides the Yankees, it's the Ravens. And listen, I hate the Rangers. I hate the Knicks. But yeah, the Ravens, that's one team, and their head coach, John Harbaugh. I can't stand his face. So yeah, it's going to be ugly. Those 3 hours, it's going to be, So yeah, so that's going to be the NFL. We'll talk about that. I'll also get into the college football with the playoff. Does Indiana have any pressure going into this? I mean, this is uncharted territory for that school, for that program to be the top seed in the college football playoff tournament. And you got to remember, the team is also undefeated. So, and rightfully so, and for good reason. But is there going to be more pressure as they get deeper if they beat Alabama? And then obviously semifinal, and if they get to the national championship game? It's going to be interesting. Alabama, they're playing with house money. Nobody's going to expect them to win. Nobody's going to expect them to do anything. And watch them third quarter, they're down 24-14. Now, it's not a vintage Alabama team, but you never know. I love the Knicks and Yankees. I'm a New Yorker, but I hate the Giants. I love the Cowboys. Now, I hear you. Blockavelli, what part of New York? Love the Knicks and Yankees. I'm a New Yorker. Yeah, it's funny. The Bronx. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be... Oh, you probably maybe my neighbor. Because I'm from the BX too. If you're who I think you are. All right, I'm just going to put this out there. Were you the one that shouted out the window yesterday to find out what my channel was? If that's the case, Blockavelli, you're the man. And even if you're not, you're still the man anyway. But I'm curious. Here's a true story, people. So yesterday, I'm in my neighborhood. I was doing the 2 videos. Negative, I'm not, bro, but that's dope. Oh, all right. Well, Blockavelli, I appreciate you hopping on board. But nah, true story. You ready for this? So yesterday, I was coming back. I had finished watching the Steeler game, and I was disgusted. I left. I went out. Jay Smith, the heck is this? I'm talking sports. But I'm talking about a story about how I had left, grabbed an early dinner. Then I came back. I had to go to the supermarket. But on the way back, I put up a couple of videos regarding the Steelers' loss and discussed it over that. But as I was recording it, there was a guy that was, I don't know, at a 6th floor building, maybe in the 4th floor. He yells out, he goes, "Hey, what's your YouTube channel?" And I look up and I say, "Where are you?" And he's like, "I'm up here." And I look, he's waving his hand. And I tell him what the YouTube channel was. He goes, "Yo, all right, man, I'm going to subscribe." I'm like, "Yo, I appreciate it. Thank you." So Blockavelli, when you said the Bronx, I was just thinking maybe that was the same guy from yesterday. But I appreciate your honesty. But yo, true story. So he was able to subscribe. And when you said the Bronx, I was just thinking, hey, maybe this is my next door neighbor. Hunts Point, oh, represent. I know Hunts Point. As a matter of fact, here's a true story for you, Blockavelli. The Point Community Center. Now, I'm going back it'll be 25 years next year, probably next fall. Nah, maybe around next winter. No, maybe around January, February. I did a radio show. I don't even know if they still have the call letters. It was WPNT 1700 AM radio. That's why I started my chops getting into sports talk radio. And Craig Tyndall, shout out to Craig. I used to call him Dr. Tyndall. He was the one that got me on because in the Daily News, there was an article about the Point and what they were doing as far as their radio station. And I saw they had like hip hop shows and comedy shows. And I said, wait a minute, they need a sports show. So I used to do a sports show there every Thursday from 7 to 8. And I actually have a lot of them recorded on audio cassette. And I may have a couple on CD too, because they did have a CD burner and I used to record. So yeah, that's why I got started there. Hunts Point, BX all day. So check that out. I'll talk NBA. Spurs, are they elite? Knicks, are they the best team in the East? Probably not. I know J-Rod has something to say about that. Although they lost to the Clippers yesterday, and the Clippers have won 4 in a row. So for the OKC fan that's looking to get their number 1 pick, which they will at the end of the year. Yeah, but I'll talk about some NBA. I'll get into the hockey. You have the Winter Classic on Friday for those who care, but it's in Miami. And the game is in primetime, which I believe there may have been one other primetime game. I want to say it was that St. Louis, Minnesota game, but I don't know if that was primetime. I think that game started at 5 o'clock and it ended around 8. Which is crazy because that was the coldest game in Winter Classic history. And I think they started that game, it was like -5 below in Minnesota. Well, you don't have to worry about that in Florida, although I did check the temperature, and I believe the high on Friday is 70 degrees with the low being, I believe, in the mid-50s, which for South Florida, that's cold. I mean, for us, living in the Northeast or Midwest or anywhere north of that, that's summertime. But yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit, NHL. And then as we are a couple of days away from the new year with the baseball, these big free agents, where are they going to sign? Nathan, what is happening? Van Duzen. Nathan, where are you from? What part of the world are you living in? I'm curious. So yeah, that's going to be the podcast, which will be right here on YouTube in living color. And for those who want the audio in your earbuds, headphones, or speakers, Apple or Spotify, and it's the JAYREELZ podcast. So the handle of this channel, but it's the JAYREELZ podcast. So if you type that in, you can get it on your phone, especially if you have an iPhone, go to Apple Podcasts, it's there. If it's Google, I guess Google Play or whatever platform. Now, I think I don't think I'm on Stitcher. Was I on Stitcher? I know once upon a time I was. But those are the 2 main ones. And of course, you can just get it right here on YouTube. But yeah, that's what I got with the podcast. I'm looking forward to putting that out, my last one of the year. And then let's get to it. Wednesday, 9:30, that's when I usually do my podcast pregame. And I may switch up the podcast pregame going into next year, but that you have to stay tuned to the channel, lock in, tap in. But Wednesday, I'm doing my live stream early this year. Usually I do my Wednesday live streams at noon, and I know people are going to be like, well, JAYREELZ, you're doing it at 9:30 in the morning? Why? Why can't you do it at noon, which would be better for everybody? And that may change. Trust me, I've been thinking about that. But I want to give myself a head start to the day to finish by noon. And I would think a lot of people are either taking off or will be off, or maybe a slow work day where hopefully you could be able to watch me. Bio, greetings. Where you'll be able to watch me, because Wednesday I'm closing out the year in grand fashion. I'm going to run up Broadway from the southern tip of Manhattan all the way to the northern part. And yeah, it's going to be on. It's good to do hard things. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge. And you'll find out more on Wednesday. But if I do change the time, I will inform everybody. I'll let everyone know ahead of time. Because, yeah, I want to do 9:30 so I can be done by noon as opposed to like 12 and then finish like 3. Because, I want to stretch, rest up, recoup, have enough time to do that. Because New Year's Eve right now, the plan is going to be low key. Probably just going to go out, dinner, and maybe find a cool spot, some ambiance to ring in the new year. Sal Novo. Right, Sal Novo. I can't even read this. Sal Novoa. Sorry, Sal, I butchered your name. My favorite band. I guess you're talking rock? Favorite band. Oh, that's a tough one because. So if I'm on a deserted island, I'm going to watch someone perform. Well, so for rock, Van Halen, but David Lee Roth Van Halen, not Sammy Hagar Van Halen. Yeah, that'd be my favorite band. I mean, I love Pink Floyd, even Kiss. Kiss was one of the Kiss before 1982 when they did Unmasked, and that's when they did the I Was Made for Loving You. They tried to get into like that disco-y. Then they did The Elder, and after that I jumped ship. To me, Kiss is Kiss, Alive, 1 and 2, Dressed to Kill, Destroyer, of course. Destroyer's a great album. Oh, you love Kiss too? I love how serious you look. Took the question. Great answer. Hey, all right. Kiss your favorite. Yeah, listen, I didn't have Kiss. I didn't have that album. Do you really? Wow. I know. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley. Jeez. Back in the New York groove. Let me think. Yeah, I had Kiss Destroyer. That was one of the first albums I've ever owned. The first 3 albums I've ever owned, vinyl for the youngins out there, were Kiss Destroyer, Steve Miller Band Fly Like an Eagle, and Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon. I also had Pink Floyd Animals. That was another one. And Van Halen was late 70s. So that mid 70s right there. But yeah, those 3 albums I played a lot. Yeah, I love Destroyer. I mean, Detroit Rock City, King of the Nighttime World, Sweet Pain, God of Thunder, Shout It Out Loud. I mean, come on. I mean, that is a great album. Dressed to Kill. Wait, Kiss. I'm trying to go in order. Kiss was the first album. Then they did Alive, Destroyer. I think it was Alive, Dressed to Kill, Alive 2. Was Unmasked after that? No, I'm missing an album. Should know this. I don't know, Sal. Maybe you can help me out with that. But yeah, no, I love Kiss. Favorite Kiss song? I mean, how can you not like Detroit Rock City? But from the Destroyer album. Oh, they also had the double album. That was the other one I was thinking of. And I had that. If you remember the double album with Silver. Yeah, let me see. Kiss. I love, Strutter. Oh, they had Love Gun too. That was the other album. Was Love Gun that? Yeah, that wasn't even an album, right? Love Gun? Hold on a second. I should know this. How do I forget this? Yeah, Love Gun. I knew I was missing. Oh, and Dynasty also. Dynasty was. Hold on a second here. All right, what tracks were on this? I forgot about this album. Yeah, I was made. Why was I thinking Unmasked was I Was Made for Loving You? No, Unmasked was. I gotta look that up now. Hang on. Yeah, 1980. Yeah, had the comic strip. Yeah, they had Shandy. Is That You? Yeah, that album I know. Yeah, Dynasty was all right. Unmasked was eh. Yeah, Love Gun, of course. Yeah, I mean, listen, I was lucky enough to see Ace over the summer at the Whiskey A Go Go. Oh wow, nice. Listen, my Kiss knowledge is it should be better. Yeah, Love Gun. That was the album that I missed. And Dynasty 2, for some reason, I thought I Was Made for Loving You was on the, whatchamacallit, was on the Unmasked album. Yeah, Love Gun. Yeah, Christine 16, which that's a great song. And Love Gun. Yeah, those are only really two songs on that album that were good. Yeah, oh, Shock Me, of course. Yeah, that was on there. I mean, come on, that's Ace's song. Plasticaster. Yeah, they did the cover of Then She Kissed Me. Tomorrow and Tonight. No, that was hard. No, I think about it. That was pretty good. Yeah, no, I loved yes, very good bio. Yes, he was, the drummer. And on that, I forgot, on the Destroy album was Beth, which I wasn't really a big fan of that song. I don't know, the song is great, but yeah, for some reason, I don't know. Yeah, Kiss Alive. Oh, man, yeah, geez, this is Kiss Alive 2. Yeah, I mean, this is all great stuff. But yeah, but those are, yeah, but Kiss and favorite, and Van Halen, I love the first Van Halen album is great. I mean, how could you not? Yeah, Van Halen 2, you had Fair Warning. To me, one of my favorite Van Halen songs is one of my favorite songs of all time is Mean Street. Oh, that song, forget it. I love that song. Then you had Women and Children First. Of course, 1984. That was the final album with Diamond Dave and when he was with Van Halen. And after that was Van Hagar, which I didn't really warm up to. I mean, they did have some good songs, but I mean, Dreams is all right. I know Dreams is a good song. Right Now is a good song. Then they had the OU 812 album. I was a drummer as a kid. I loved old drummer. Did you really, Bio? Oh, look at that. I learned something about you. Yes. From not too far from where you live. Well, they're from Van Nuys, I believe, right? I mean, you have so many great bands from LA. I mean, forget it. Love Gun's my favorite album. I love that all four members had lead vocals in there. Yes. Yeah, and they all had those solo albums. Remember the solo albums? Which I wasn't really crazy about, but the funny thing is in the solo album, you could argue that out of all the songs in those albums, that the most popular, most famous one was the Ace Frehley Back in the New York Groove. All right, let's see. Paul Stanley. Let me look at these. I'm looking through this. Hold Me, Touch Me, Think of Me When We're Apart. Yeah, like these songs, I do not. Yeah, I never got into these. I never got into the Kiss solo albums. All right, let's see. Peter Criss. Did he even use? Tossing and Turning. I guess that was the main track on there. I'm Gonna Love You, Don't Let Me Down. Don't You Let Me Down. Yeah, none of these songs resonate at all. Here you go. Ace Frehley, of course, Back in New York Groove. Well, it's called the New York Groove, but I say Back in New York Groove. Yeah, and I'm sure if I listened to this, I would probably pick out a couple of good gems in here. But none of these albums, they didn't resonate with me. They all came out, I believe, in 1978. Oh, Radioactive, that I do remember. But, When You Wish Upon a Star. Yeah. All right, let me see. They were released September 18th, 78. That was the Gene Simmons album, the Ace Frehley album. No, they were all released on the same day. September 18th, Ace Frehley. September 18th. Yeah, I guess they all did that on purpose. This is funny. Oh, yeah, Phil Collins. I mean, please, In the Air Tonight. Oh, well, thanks, Sal. I appreciate that. No, and that's the thing. It's funny. I got into a conversation with my wife the other day because I get it. I'm of a certain age that you like what you like, and I try to open up my lens to what's going on. Like today's music, it just doesn't, like if there's a band that's out today or a group or a solo act, whatever. Yeah, right now I'm into more like lounge, chill music. Because there isn't really a rock band that's out today that I really, or if there is one, that's a lie. There is one which I really like. They're different. I like their sound, and it just came out with an album. It's Tame Impala. That group, they have some really good songs. But like excuse me, a lot of the groups that are out today. Now my wife got me into Chili Peppers. Now I know Chili Peppers been around forever, and of course another LA band. But Chili Peppers with John Frusciante, Drippin' Dragon. What is happening? Have you heard Greta Van Fleet? If so, no, I have not. Gotta look that up. Hold on a second. Greta. Formed in Michigan. If J-Rod is still on here, you should probably know who that is. Oh, I'm good, Drippin' Dragon, absolutely. Modern day Led Zeppelin? Oh, I gotta check that out then. Hard rock, blues rock. Oh, yeah, that's because obviously Led Zeppelin was very bluesy at times. Yeah, I will definitely check this out. And the band says 2012. Discography, they got 3 albums. Which one of the 3 are the better albums? I mean, I'll try to listen to them all, but Anthem of the Peaceful Army is their first one. Battle at Garden's Gate and Starcatcher. Those are the 3 albums. Check out Highway Tune. Yeah, I see that here. All right. I will check that out for sure. They're really good. Oh my God, Bio, is that right? Let me tell you something. My wife loves John Frusciante. In fact, that's why she loves the Chili Peppers. And when they came back, or when he came back, that was in January 2021, I believe, when he announced he was coming back. She was in tears. She couldn't believe it. And we went to go see them when they came out with the 2 albums in 2022. Unlimited Love and what was it? Return of the Dream Canteen, I believe it was. Now, funny enough, they didn't come out with the Green Canteen album until October. And we saw them. They came to MetLife on tour in August of 2022. And then we got lucky because since I'm a Sirius XM subscriber, they had a giveaway for tickets at the Apollo Theater, the famed Apollo Theater in Harlem. And I was lucky enough to get tickets. Unfortunately, I had to sit separately. So my wife was she got a ticket in the mezzanine. I got a ticket all the way upstairs in the last row. But we got in the building and we saw them for free. And in the Apollo. Chili Peppers concert in Ireland is amazing. Is that the Ginger Mobile? Wait, yeah, Ginger Mobile? I can't even read today. Yeah, Ginger, I'm from New York. What about you? There's the Chili Peppers concert in Ireland. Is that it starts with an S. Hold on. They have that on video. That's one of their famed ones. Chili Peppers. The Slain Castle. Oh, you're from Wales. Yes, I'm familiar with Wales. There's a guy I follow on the channel, Ginger, on YouTube, I should say. Not my channel. Gaz Oakley. You familiar with him? Sal, not much of a Chili Peppers fan, but I saw a video. Yes. Yeah, he's talented as hell. I hear you, Sal. It's all good. You're not sorry? Why? What? Did I miss something there, Ginger? 1994 Mazda Protege was a reliable and affordable car. All right. Are you trying to sell it? Jefferson? Yeah, so I had to see Chili Peppers live. And I also saw the Chili Peppers with Justin Kling. Is it Klinghoffer, his name? I believe that's what it is. They performed at the Meadows, a music festival, which is a 3-day deal out in Citi Field. And we went on the final day. Now, we went because the acts that day were sick. They had Foster the People, Sleigh Bells, which is a very good group. If you haven't heard of Sleigh Bells, check them out. They're really good. My wife got me into them. You had Weezer. I'm not a Weezer fan, but they played at the same time as Chili Peppers. Nas, Ghostface Killah, Action Bronson. I'm missing a couple others. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, please. That was awesome. Oh, sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. All right, Ginger. It's all good. Hey, Bio has a Mazda 2007. How many miles, considering... Here's the difference between New York and LA. I have to tell you this. I bought my car brand new, 2014. Had 75 miles on it. And right now I'm at 84,000 miles. So it's been what? Almost 11 and a half years. I bought it June 30th, 2014. So tomorrow will actually be exactly 11 and a half years. And I have 84,000 miles on it. Vincent, what's going on? Welcome aboard. But yeah, no, I love music. That's the thing. But the groups today, I'll check out that, I got it here. Greta Van Fleet. I definitely will. And there was another group that I got introduced to last year called Narrow Arrow, which was pretty good. They're an indie band. Have you ever gone to Texas? Yes. Do I play at all? I do not play any instruments, unfortunately. I do not. Yes, Vincent, I've been to Texas. I've been to Dallas. I was there in 2015. Been to Houston. I was there. It'll be 30 years next month, 1996. That's it. The only 2 times I visited Texas. My dad is a Toyota Supra. Oh, yeah, that's old school. How's the weather in Wales, Ginger? All right, anything new in sports today? Oh, my God. Anthony Joshua injured in car crash. 2 people killed. He's alive, based on this report. Joshua, 2-time heavyweight champ, was traveling in the back of a Lexus SUV, his ancestral hometown, when the vehicle was involved in a collision around 11 a.m. local. Minor injuries, receiving medical attention. Tragically, 2 other passengers in the vehicle lost their lives at the scene. Wait, the 2 passengers that were in the car, or wait, hold on. 2 other baby was in the other car. All right. Wow. So thoughts to Anthony Joshua. Good, just extremely cold in Wales. Oh, I'm sure it is. Let me see. Ryan. What is a Como? I don't know what that is. Should I look that up? Maybe I'll look it up. Vincent, what do I like to do? Well, I talk sports, which is the main focus on the channel. But again, on these live streams, I talk about whatever, so it's all good. And mind you, could get at me longer. I'm doing a live stream on Wednesday. Right now I'm shooting for 9:30 a.m., but I'm going to run through Manhattan. And I'm going to talk about anything and everything. But I love sports, love running, love food. Who doesn't? I'm into music. I'm into movies. Not really into TV, though. Hey, South Korea. But yeah, that's what I'm into fitness, nutrition. I like to watch what I eat, stuff like that. I sound like a news reporter. Well, I guess to a certain extent I am, but I'm not I don't know. No, I'm more of just a talking head. Because it's not like I'm reporting news, although I may sound like that. But I'm just reading off what happened with Anthony Joshua. All right, Sal, you would probably be a sick-ass drummer or guitarist if you gave it a shot because you listen to all the good shit. Well, here's another thing, Sal. You know what else I love too? Is 70s funk. Sly and the Family Stone, James Brown, and a lot of those groups that didn't get the pub, because obviously when you think of hip hop, you think of all the samples that were used. I mean, I can't get enough of that. That I could, hey, exactly. Yes, I'm into the Mets too. Yeah, sports news reporter. Yes, Ginger. And you're from the U.S., Vince? What part? Are you from Texas? That was the one you mentioned about Texas, right? Hold on. If you are from Texas, what part? Yeah, I'm into the Mets. I'm also into the Steelers. There you go. I still can't get over that game yesterday. But, yeah, the 70s funk, I love all those. What state I live in? I guess probably Minnesota. No, I do not live in Minnesota. I live in New York. Parliament Funkadelic, yes. Absolutely. Born in Dallas, but raised here in Southern California. Yeah, really, Sal. Sal, can I ask what part? Only because I have another Southern California person in the room. I should say person. Another Southern California. Wait, let me start over again. I don't know. My brain is shot today. Palm Springs area. Nice. I say that because there is another Southern Californian in the room. So, bio, I don't want to call you Southern California person. I know I did so, but my apologies. You're more than a person in my eyes. The IE. You lived in Buena Park. Well, SoCal's represented in here. I know you guys are up. Oh, listen, I know Bio 7:15. I'm sure he's getting ready for work. No, I love it. Born in Dallas, raised in Southern California. That's good, Sal. Palm Springs. I'd love to go out there to Palm Springs one day. Yeah, I haven't been to LA. I know it's been 6 years. I got to go back. But I was in California 2022, but I was in San Francisco. Yeah, Southern California is beautiful. I mean, yeah, Sal. No, I appreciate you hopping on board. I don't know if you're into sports, Sal. I mean, listen, I can talk music, but yeah, I'm a huge sports fan. That's what I do mostly here on the channel. LA and San Francisco. Joe, where are you from? Miss Priya. I have no confidence in Steelers at home next week. Oh, my God, Miss Priya, I know. Look at this. I want to crush this thing. Yes, it will be. Oh, you're from Santa Barbara, Joel. Wow, Southern California representing right here. I love it, though. I know Santa Barbara's north of LA. Miss Priya, I know. I know, and I'm surprised that the Ravens are favored by. I can see them being favored 3.5, and usually that's what the spread is, anyways. 3.5 whenever these two teams play. But hopefully, the Steelers will look at that as incentive. Oh wait, hold on a second. Do I love coffee or tea? I'm more of a tea guy, but I don't drink tea as much as I should. Coffee, I do not drink. I know Miss Priya will be a defensive slog. Well, the game a few weeks ago was 27-22. Now, here's the thing. The Ravens do not have a pass rush. So that could bode well for Aaron Rodgers Sunday night. The thing is, are they going to stop Derrick Henry? Which they did in the first game. I think he only got like 60-something yards. And I will say this. As bad as the Steelers were yesterday, I don't think they'll be as bad this coming week. They're going to have to play better. To me, as bad as that was yesterday, I almost look at that as a positive because you cannot play as bad as they did. Now, defensively, they're okay, but that was more Shador. And I know the first 2 drives for Shador were good. They only had 40 yards in the second half. So, and I don't want to make out Shador's second half as a end-all, be-all, but he wasn't impressive. That second pick he threw was awful. Oh, my God. I understand he's a rookie. It's a rookie mistake. The first pick wasn't his fault, but the Steelers had so many opportunities to win that game. Oh, they had a pick six, Nick Herbig, and that was another terrible pass by Shador. He threw a deep out from the pocket, and that should have been taken to the house. Oh, my God, that game just... It's not L.A. or the Gay Bay? All right. I like living in SoCal because of good weather and sunshine, but the same weather throughout the whole year made me think my life is trapped. Well, that's an interesting thought. Snooze Barbara. I'm going to walk on at the Raiders. Uncle Rico and I are going to work on the off season. Okay. Oh, I appreciate that, Sal. Thank you. Yeah, and hopefully you've started following here on the channel too. If you haven't done so, I'd appreciate that. I talk mostly sports here. As you see, I haven't thrown a lot of lifestyle content, which I know that screws up the algorithm, so I'm trying to just strictly do sports. But Mr. J Plays, what's happening? Welcome aboard. J-Rod, you're back, yes. Sal, thank you. And thanks for hopping on Instagram too. I appreciate that. NFL made you get all these apps just to watch the games. Yeah, that's a... Did I play sports in school? Yes, I did. Baseball. Well, for high school, I played baseball, basketball. Leisurely, I played ice hockey. And, of course, football. I played everything. No doubt. Jay Plays, I appreciate you hopping on board. I had to take my brother. Oh, okay. I hear that, J-Rod. It's all good. Miss Priya. Yeah, I know. Somebody was complaining about that the other day, too. And I've talked about that till I'm blue in the face. Yay. Bio. All right, Jay Plays. Thanks for stopping by. Bio, you smoke? I think we talked about this in the past. And weed, not cigarettes. Or if you smoke cigarettes. No, wait. You said you stopped 8 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, what a ripoff. You're absolutely right there, Miss Priya. 100%. Yeah, it's a joke. Now, let me ask you this, Miss Priya. What is the feeling in Carolina about the Panthers? I'm curious. Yeah, and to think, I don't even know what to expect from the Steelers. Wednesday's Michigan Bowl game, by the way. Oh, that's what you were looking at. Ah, yes. Should have known. My homie told me that we're on YouTube. Play football, 85, crazy, Miss Scrappy 14. Oh, all right. I played football. Well, I played football. It's funny you said in 85. It's funny, I actually played on my grade school team. 6th grade, was that 81? No, hold on. Yeah, I played offensive line, which was a joke. Bio there from Vegas and is way cheaper here in Michigan than out west by you. Ah. All right, so you stopped smoking weed, Bio, right? Yeah, I know cigarettes you stopped. I remember that. You're just doing a puff pass just to joke around. Should have known that. I don't know why. I get caught up in these comments. I love the comments. Bye, you quitter. Ah. Yeah, I've never smoked. Yes, Kyle Whittingham. Good hire. I didn't realize that Michigan had their bowl game on Wednesday. And I want to shout out Trevor Pena, wide out from Penn State. That is my very good friend, Robert Pena. That's his son. Rob and I go back 30 years. So, yeah, I'm puffing on a joint right now. I hear that. Uh-oh, Oliver's pooping here. He's pooping on the parade. All right, Oliver, we get it. Yeah, he had a big game there the other day in the Pinstripe Bowl, which was not far from where I live, Yankee Stadium. Had a 73-yard touchdown, and he's actually going to go to the Combine. So I want to wish him all the best. Trevor Pena, Trebor. Shout out to you, my guy. And I remember meeting Trevor when he was, a toddler. I like it a lot. Long-term answer, no, not at all. But a bridge coach, yeah. Absolutely. And Oliver's got the emojis going on here. All right. Let's see. What else I got before I sign off here? Yeah, that's it. Definitely stay locked into the channel. Berlin. Stewart. Oh, what is this? Hey, guess what? Are you a KU fan? I am not. Berlin, I'm from New York City, and I take it, I see the name Berlin, but I'm not going to assume that you're from Berlin, Germany. But if you are, please shout out where you're from, Oliver as well. Yeah, I'm not a KU fan. And of course, you're talking about Kansas. Shout out Paul Pierce, went to Kansas. India, oh, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. So, yeah, that's what I got, people. That's crazy about Anthony Joshua, though. I hope he's okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I just hope the Niners do not win Saturday nights. Wait, and that's the thing. Hold on a second. So, if Seattle will lose the 2 games, right? I should know this off the top of my head. And Bio, I know you definitely know. If Seattle wins, yeah, they win don't they get the 1 seed? Yeah, because even if they win, yeah, they have a game. They're a game better than the. They're a game better than the Rams in the standings. So that answers my question. Yeah, that's the thing, is if all I know, that sucks. Yeah, because all 3 of you guys could be tied at 13-4, but the Niners get the 1 seed because they have the better division record. Bastards. Yeah, I got to root for Seattle. I can't root for the Niners. Jay Plays, welcome back. No, I hate him too. Oh, look at that, Jay. I didn't know that. Yeah, if Seattle wins, they clinch the 1 seed. Yeah, because they're a game better. I should have known that off the top of my head. I didn't. Because I'm thinking, what if they lost? Because I know, right, that's the game between, that's for the 1 seed. Let's see. Rams 5 or 6. Someone was swearing at me in another stream. Oh, really? Why? Jay Plays? Jay Plays, where you from? All right, now we got user yada 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 with the GG is in. GG is in. We got to find out who GG is, right? And I know you'd rather go to Carolina. Now the interesting thing is that yeah, you played both Carolina and Philly this year and lost. So Rams going to. Dennis, welcome. What do I think about the Patriots? Listen, I think they're a team that's on the upswing for sure. I'd be a little worried if you're going to play Buffalo in the first round and you could end up playing them, which is crazy. I don't know if they're going to go far this year, though. I really don't. And I'm not saying that because... And you can look at the game yesterday against the Jets and be like, hey, well, look what we did. It's the Jets. So I'm not going to get crazy. Jay Plays, I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Wait, you also had something else. I'll get you the other comment in a second. Yeah, to me, I'm not going to say I'm not sold on the Patriots. I just don't have the trust in the quarterback. Because what happens if they play Buffalo, and Buffalo's going to play with house money? There's no pressure on them. As a 7 seed, I mean, please, Drake May is going to be his first playoff game. He'd scare me a little bit. I mean, listen, they're a good team. I think they're a little overrated only because who have they played this year? They've had a bad schedule. They played nobody this year. I understand they won in Tampa, but what does that mean now? I mean, Tampa's bad. And I know that they won in Buffalo, but they beat nobody this year other than that. Oh, thank you, Jay Plays. I appreciate that. Let me see. I know you had a comment up here. Hold on. I asked them if they were reading chat, and they said that I was an idiot. I don't listen to them. Bunch of phonies. Eagles, Broncos. Broncos win the ring. That's not bad there, J-Rod. Rams. Wow, you're going Rams, Texans. You know what the crazy thing is? If Pittsburgh wins, Houston will go to Pittsburgh. Because they're going to be locked in as a 5 if they beat the Colts, which they should. Because they have the tiebreaker over Buffalo and the Chargers. Mr. J Plays, I hate that. Watched the live on the lines the other day. 50-minute live, read 2 comments. That's trash. Just making a don't go there. Nah, man, you got to interact. There's the whole point about a lot. I mean, unless I'm in the middle of something. But even then, you got to get back to the comments. That's important. Would I rather gain money or gain eagers? Is that a trick question, user? Gain eagers. Berlin, I am 56. Poor Colts, I know. And, you know, Phillip Rivers, man, I got to give it up. He actually played. He didn't play as bad as I thought he was. Hey, Melbourne, welcome. Renilium, sending positive vibes your way too. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love that. Welcome aboard. Bio, don't ask me why. I just had that feeling Stafford gets hurt. Oh. Yeah, Colts season went up in flames. I mean, to think about it, they were 7-1, and now they're 8-8. Eagles look rough in the second half. They have. Now, they've won 3 in a row, though. I mean, listen, they beat the Raiders, the Commanders, and, all right, they won in Buffalo yesterday, so that's a good win. I understand Buffalo had a shot to win the game with the 2-point conversion, and that was the right thing to do. Why kick an extra point and then, no. So, yeah, I don't know. The Eagles, I want to make sure I get your name right. ICO site. Could I just call you Hedron? Or Hedron? What up, Hedron? What up, homie? What's happening? I'm good. It's a Monday. It's 2 days before New Year's, which I'm going to have a big live stream. But I'm good. Where are you from? Hedron. Stafford is the toughest quarterback in football. I don't know. I have to say Josh Allen. But Stafford is tough. I mean, there's no doubt. I would say Stafford is 1A. Blizzard here in Michigan. Today snowing like crazy, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Yikes. How many inches of snow are you expecting to get there, J-Rod? Would I rather watch a 3 grow or a knee grow? Oh, jeez. I think I'd rather watch a 3-point shot, but I get where you're coming from, user. One thing about Stafford is he never looks for a flag when he gets hit. He just takes it and moves on. No, listen, Stafford, he's got my respect without question. I don't mind a small flutter bet. Who do you reckon will make the Super Bowl at this stage? Of course, always looking for the referee to throw. I can see that. But he should know better. Because if he's a runner and if he gets drilled, come on. Renilium. Super Bowl at this stage? The AFC is so wide open. And I picked Buffalo, Detroit at the start of the year. I'm going to say Rams, Bills. Because you know what? I'm not going to say if Josh Allen doesn't get to a Super Bowl this year, when, but he has no Patrick Mahomes. He may not have Lamar Jackson. And even if Lamar Jackson's there, he's nicked up. Yeah. Not a lot of wind. Is the ass kicker. Oh, yeah. Today, I think they're saying 2 to 3 inches. Allen played like trash yesterday, cost the Bills game, in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't watch. To me, I was just pissed off with the Steelers. I didn't watch any of that. No, and I can see what you mean about Josh Allen. But no, I mean, that guy's tough, though. And Renilium, yeah, I'd say I'm going to go Bills-Rams. Yeah, I like the back and forth today. Good stuff, guys. Texas Tech. All right. Can you please shout out your rape? Now, I don't know about that community. I'm not too familiar with them, so I don't know. Kikwo? Is that how you pronounce your name? I'll give you a shout out. Kikwo. Where are you from? I think Broncos, Rams. All right. Hey, can't go wrong with that. You know, if the Steelers lose to the Ravens without Lamar, it's... Oh, yeah. No, if they... Oh, jeez. As you can see, I'm already just... If Tyler Huntley beats the Steelers on Sunday night, oh, my God. I don't even want to think about that. And the Ravens, Renilium, thanks, man. We'll bet on that. Got to head to bed, mate. 2 a.m. Oh, wow, it's that late, huh? Got a joke for you. Uh-oh, what type of bees produce milk? Boobies. Yeah, hey, that's a good one. All right, Renilium, I like that. I hope you come back some other time. Hop on board. Thanks for passing by. This is why Steelers got Aaron Rodgers. Yep. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The Ravens do not have a pass rush. Now, I'm sure they're probably going to blitz a lot, Roquan Smith, but I got news for you. He can still throw it, man. That one pass he threw to Pat Freiermuth in, not the first pass that they got to midfield, the second one, oh, my God, that was such a great throw. And Freiermuth went up for it. Oh, my goodness. He can still chuck it, man. I'll keep between the lines. Oh, listen, J-Rod, I mean, I know if you want to get on my case for the Steelers losing, if Lamar isn't playing, I'm not going to take that personal. I know it's business. Even being a Patriots fan, I still respect the Broncos. All right. Yeah, I'd be a little concerned about that defense. And I understand that's the strength of their team because of what Jacksonville did to them. No, of course, J-Rod, I know that. Go Sports. Hey, Stuart, Rodgers is still the bomb. I wish you could turn back the clock a little bit, which would be good for me, especially starting Sunday night and moving forward. Steelers fans will be loud, but I got news for you, man. That building is going to be tight as a drum because they want Tomlin out on his rear. They'll be behind the team, but that Steeler fan base could be a little fickle. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They're putting that Carolina-Tampa game at 4:30 on Saturday, followed by Seattle-San Francisco, and then they're doing that Sunday night. Pittsburgh-Baltimore. Eagle defense looked better than last year's Super Bowl yesterday, legit. Listen, they were up 13-0 in the game. What was it, late third quarter? So, and that was the last game in that building. No, it's a lie. They play the Jets next week. Hello. Bad error on my part. Yeah, they play the Jets in their building. That'll be the last game in that building because they will not host a playoff game, especially if they're a 7 seed, because they're going to go through the road, unless they're a 6 seed somehow, some way, and the Chargers are going to go to Buffalo for an AFC Championship game. If Rodgers doesn't have much pressure, he can pick you apart. The pressure's on him. Yeah, that's true. That's an excellent point, Stuart. Are you a Steeler fan, Stuart? I'm curious. Jalen Carter. Yeah, I know, spitting on Dak Prescott, and then he had that incident where he's driving. Those 2 people got killed from his staff. I mean, come on. Oh, 10:40. Yeah, I got to sign off in a minute. I mean, I could say, listen, I could keep going, but I still haven't set up. I just got my ring light, my laptop. I got to set up my camera, my mic. So, yeah, chances are the podcast will probably be on at 1 o'clock now as opposed to 12:30. I agree with you, J-Rod, 100%. Without question. Let me see. What else do I have? Yeah, that's it, people. Definitely stay locked in on the channel. I'm going to say Wednesday, 9:30. If that changes, I'll let you guys know. I don't know if I do 12 noon. Because, again, yeah, Dennis, great chatting with you, too. You have a great day. Hopefully, I'll see you in a future live stream or here on the channel. Great talking with you. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, that's right. She's going back. All right, Jay. As always, thanks. What is that? Let's see if I can pronounce that. Kaisa. I can't pronounce that. Funny enough, if I drop the Q from that first, it says Aisa. That was my ex-girlfriend's name. Not necessarily a Steeler fan. I just think the body work of Rodgers has done is great. Yeah, I mean, listen, 4-time MVP. 1 Super Bowl, though. That's the only thing. But no, Rodgers is arguably the greatest quarterback as far as talent, throwing the ball, scrambling, running, ever. Accuracy, you got to throw that in there. Because I understand there's other quarterbacks that run with the ball and throw it, but they don't have the accuracy like Rodgers does. So, Stuart, I agree. So yeah, so that's what's happening, people. I will be back Wednesday, 9:30, outside. I'm doing my live stream outside. If that changes, if I push it to 12 noon, just stay locked to the channel. I will let everybody know ahead of time as I run through Manhattan. Yes, so you're going to see me run through Manhattan on a live stream. Talking whatever is on your mind. Sports, goals for 2026, how 2025 treated you, whatever. Neotropic. Where you from? Gage, only rivaled by New Yorkers. Are you from New York, Gage? I love all the people that are coming in here today. I think it's been the most active. A lot of people in and out. I love it. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that hopped on board today. First-timers, second, third-timers, and my regulars. You know, I appreciate you all. And for those who have subscribed today, I thank you guys. Bio, yes. I'll see you Wednesday. I appreciate you, man. You know that. And, yeah, let me sign off here. I appreciate everybody that hopped on board today or signed in, logged in, subscribed. I was saying the restarted folks from Philly only rob. Oh, yeah, restarted. I like the way you put that, Gage. Yeah, I know. Phillies, the fans, I mean, please. The fans, they're the only city that can win a Super Bowl, whatever, and they boo them like week one. I mean, that's just typical. And I love Philly. I got nothing but love for Philly, but the fans sometimes a little crazy. Taro D. Yes, happy holidays. Great New Year's to you. Much success on your channel. Oh, thanks. And much success to you on your channel as well. I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by. So, yes, Wednesday live stream is going to be on and popping. Definitely want to check that out. And again, keep yourself locked on the channel. Podcast coming at you later today. In the sports, in the blood, in the DNA. Is in the sports, in the blood. You hear me? Sports, in the blood, in the DNA. I'm still out of whack. Maybe I'm just half asleep. Who knows? Hey, man, how am I? I'm good. Fardeen. I'm going to sign off in a minute, but what part of the country or world are you from, Fardeen? Always good to see new people here in the room. Chatting it up. Oh, Jesus loves you too, Joseph Torres. I appreciate that. Yes. I know Ramillion from Melbourne, Australia was just like, hey, sending positive vibes to you. That's all love. Love when people do that. Oh, you're from India. All right, Fardeen. There was somebody else from India here too earlier. So welcome. I'm about to sign off though. I got 10 thumbs up, which that's great. 11. I appreciate that. Hopefully guys and gals hop on board somewhere down the road, which will be as early as Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. So around this time, you're going to see me running through Manhattan. Yes, it's going to be epic. So, any last words from anybody before I bid adieu? Because I got to set up my equipment. Hopefully I get started at 11. I'll finish around 12. And I'll get this sucker up by 1 o'clock. And then I got other stuff to do for this day. I'm going to try to go for a run, just a short run. I'm a Christian, so I go to random streams and tell them that Jesus loves them because he really does. I appreciate that, Joseph. Thank you. Ooh, sign off. I missed your stream, man. Okay, good to see you. Now, listen. You can always come back Wednesday. Around this time, like I said, I'll be running through New York or Manhattan. And Joseph, I appreciate you. Thank you for jumping on board and spreading the word. But until Wednesday, people, which is going to be fun. We're going to close out 2025 in grand style. Stay tuned for updates here on the channel as to exactly what time, but I'm going to say 9:30 right now. So, yeah, definitely want to check that out as I try to get to 900 subscribers and beyond. Trying to get to 1,000. And who knows, maybe by me running through Manhattan, I'll get a bunch of people to watch, and I'm going to start plugging it as early as today on all my socials. And even on Reddit, too. I got to get on Reddit. Always coming. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Fardeen. Thank you. But I look forward to seeing everybody there on Wednesday and beyond as we close out 2025 in grand style. Much appreciate you all. Many thanks from the South Bronx, South Beach, South Central, South Pacific, and all points beyond. Peace, love, and God bless everybody. Podcast later today around 1 o'clock and the live stream Wednesday to close out 2025. Looking forward to it. And until then, everybody, on the flip.